I think that it's important to know that anybody can fall prey to homelessness.
So, provide shelter for the homeless, provide an outlet for them to get medical attention, um, shelter, a safe haven off the streets.
I think that it's important to know that anybody can fall prey to homelessness. And I think people shouldn't be looked at as having a disease because they happen to be caught up in an unfortunate situation. I think in many instances, if a person goes without a paycheck for 30, 60 days, they might be looking at the same kind of situation. You know, it's unfortunate that we live in these tumultuous times. It's just the state of affairs. And, you know, the unfortunate thing is that Detroit is probably worse off than many. All these abandoned buildings and the people that come here call them abandonments. So many of the people who are homeless we never even see because they're taking up residence in abandoned homes. And in this kind of weather, many don't survive because they use candles, they use whatever makeshift devices they can find to try to stay warm. And in some cases, they burn the place down and they also die in the fire themselves. Um, it's just a bad situation for people to get caught up
We were living in a shelter for approximately 26 days before my youngest child got ill and we had to go back home. I was a victim of domestic violence and I was having some issues at home with my mom and other family members. So one day I got fed up and I packed up my 3 children and I went. It's a disheartening thing to know that someone that you're in a relationship with who says that they really care for you would hit you. And, you know, you want to believe that after they've hit you the first time, they'll never do it again, but they will. And so you just have to know that it's called perseverance. That's not the word. Perseverance. You know, where you just have to know that you have to go about your life and live your life because unfortunately that person doesn't regard it. Yeah, and that's the thing about it is just to know that there is hope. You know, if you've been granted another day of life, there's hope, and not to give up. You know, it's just for a season and it'll pass.